and we welcome you to yet another episode of the Bald and Bonkers Show. On Saturdays and Sundays, check every inch of the web to find the latest episodes. The boys are everywhere, and no matter what anyone may try, they are here to stay. If the name hasn't warned you yet, then consider this as your viewer discretion advised. No one can restrain these two idiots, so here they come unleashed upon the world, only to become as insane as reality itself.
Welcome, ladies. Welcome, ladies.
Yeah.
What?
For the people in the podcast world, he's changed my fucking name again. Change that, man. And put it to the right bloody name.
Oh, okay. All right.
There
we go. There you go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all well on this lovely Saturday night. Dakota here's probably going to be beaten to death after the show, but don't worry, I'll get a replacement soon.
What do you mean getting a replacement? I'm the one this is all legally under. I'm the one that's supposed to be replacing you.
I think we should take a road trip.
You're turning tricks now, huh?
Yeah, a road trip to Yellowstone National Park. We should go to that zone just between the borders, the unrestrained zone. You know, camping trip, you know.
Yeah, you want to come to the Yellowstone zone of death. That's actually here in Idaho.
I can't believe it, officer. He rolled down the hill, he hit his head, and then he somehow made it into the back of my car, and we drove 3 miles up the road without me noticing he was there, and I buried him by mistake.
Actually, you want to hear something fucked up?
On you go.
This was almost 30 years ago, but there was a gentleman who was found chopped up in a bag in a pickup truck that was driven over the edge of the Snake River Canyon, and that was ruled a suicide. He was found chopped up, as in arms, legs, all chopped off, and put into a bag in a truck that was driven off the cliff, and that was ruled a suicide.
I bet his wife was in pieces for that.
Dude! and ladies and gentlemen, no, I'm not making this story up. This is actually a true story from my area, and Chris being a dick.
Look, laughter is the key to happiness. They say laughing at times of sheer depression and badness helps. When was this? About 20 years ago or something like that?
A little over, almost 30 years ago, actually.
Oh, that's 30 years. I mean, very, very terrible thing to happen. You know?
Were you involved in those sex cults that were found near you?
What is that? What is this sex cult that you keep going on about? Go and tell us about this. Go on. I think it was actually Scotland is actually a bigger place. I mean, I think there's more than 5 people live here. Like, a lot of Americans I meet online and on the old Xbox think that there's only like 2 Scottish people on the entire planet.
Yeah, you and Craig Ferguson. No, I believe it was actually out of the Glasgow area that a bunch of people were arrested.
40 mile in that direction. 40 mile in that direction, man.
Yeah, I know. I drove through your village. We may have passed each other in the wind, so to speak.
We passed each other in the wind. Coming to you soon by Bald and Bonkers, Chris Mole's album. Call this number now. What?
You know we can actually distribute that album, right?
Could we? I mean, how many
we have a
music
music distributor.
Buy my music? I could do like a kind of selling point here. What would you do? Aliens in the Night or Spectral Spooks in the Darkness? You know, what are you doing? Is that you writing a book so you can get my number so you can buy a copy?
No. I already got your number, man. Remember, I already got your address and sent the hitman over your way. Oh shit!
He probably got lost. You know where I would at? You know?
Probably. Knowing your area.
That's terrible, ladies and gentlemen. The younger generation now, you know, they don't enjoy a good song. You know? How many out there that watches this? Well, next week, because this is obviously not live. Well, it is live, but it's not for you. Well, not for me, isn't it? But a kind of like Twilight Zone kind of thing, you know? I think I've went mad. I think
I'm starting to worry about you, man.
The LED lights, they're cooking my brain.
Yeah, and there's not like much left that you can actually forfeit.
Terrible. That's that, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. So anyway, Dakota, what strange news and strange things has been happening in the world this week?
I mean, tomorrow's the Oscars, and I have everybody's up in arms.
You're going to get your trophy.
No. I'm expecting somebody to get slapped, or otherwise I'm disappointed.
Was that the last time Will Smith slapped somebody, didn't he?
Yeah, and Chris Rock just put out a comedy special on Netflix where he finally talks about it.
I've seen it. I think he maybe shouldn't have done that, right, Will Smith, right? He shouldn't have done that kind of thing, right? But
yeah.
I actually honestly thought it was a setup. I actually honestly thought it was fake.
No, Will... Jada's not exactly been very kind towards Will.
No.
She's publicly admitted that she didn't want to get married to him. You know, she admitted that she had an affair, and everybody in the world called him a bitch. Like Chris Rock said in his special, yet Will smacks the shit out of Chris Rock.
No.
It's like, Will's... Honestly, that's something that highly gets disregarded, is the fact that, yes, men suffer mentally too, and Will needs to be seriously checked out before he does something even worse.
Your door is slowly creaking open, Dakota. Is it a spirit? Is it a spectre? No, it's a pooty cat.
Yes, remember, I had made that t-shirt on our Etsy store.
I thought I'd better say something before. I thought I'd better say something before some of your subscribers on YouTube next week are sitting with the crucifix and the burning sage.
Yeah, no, just because it's like, no, it's not a poltergeist, it's a pussy cat.
It's a good job you added the cat at the end of that, there.
Chris, what is up with you today?
I don't know. I've went mad. I truly have went mad.
All right, it's like, hold on. Let's take a look at something, ladies and gentlemen. No, his eyes aren't dilated, so he's not under the influence like he normally is.
I've been drinking my orange. I've been drinking this orange stuff. It's mineral water, right? And then it's like Robinson's fruit juice. I don't know if you get it out there and you add it in. It's fine. I drink it all the time.
I don't know, maybe in some of the bigger cities, not where I'm at. But nevertheless, go back to what I was saying. There's so much fucking drama in the world right now.
Oh, God.
And it's just like, why is it that it seems like we are on the verge of one of the biggest turning points in mankind's history, but we all want to bitch about Chris Rock fucking Ghost Adventures. That's a subject that's probably going to get us killed because... we have to get approval from Discovery in order to get some of the guests we've been trying to line up. That's probably going to kill our chances. But nevertheless.
When it comes to Zach Bagans and stuff like that, just leave it at that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't like it when... I know that... And right, honestly, this is my opinion. Yes, they're celebrities, right? And yes, people watch their shows, right? But they have lives too. Leave them alone. Just leave them alone. And when people do shows start talking about these people thinking, oh, like that, talking about them, I'm no about drama. So why are they doing the shows about them? If they're no about drama? Leave it. Let's leave it.
Exactly. Here's the thing. All right, I'm going to say this. Warner Brothers always had kind of a tongue-in-cheek, it's kind of reference to where anybody who's dealt with them didn't exactly have the best times dealing with Warner Brothers, and especially with just how their executives work and all that. And it's gotten a lot worse since the Time Warner merger. And you can only imagine there's a bunch of shit going on. But I'm just going to say this, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to stir up drama for something you're hating, you're only adding more publicity to people who have no clue what the hell's going on. So they're going to go check it out to see what the fuck happened.
Yeah. Just leave them alone. Don't fuel the fire. That's what I'm going to say. Stop fueling the fire. Honestly, there's a lot of people I respect out there in the paranormal community that are no mentioning this whatsoever, and I think that's a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but then there's folk
because they know their
that,
jobs will be on the line.
Of course they do. And I think, Zach Bagans, you know what I mean? Leave the guy alone. So
seriously, if you don't like something, okay, these are the same people that are trying to say they're against fascist transphobics, but yet go onto Twitter, which is run by a guy who they claim is a fascist transphobic. And I'm just going to say it. If you don't like something, don't give it fucking attention.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I mean, speaking from a creative point of view, when you get up into these fucking politics, it kills the original intention. That's why, as a part of Bald and Bonkers, what we're trying to do is we're actually trying to build a whole new platform for people who it doesn't necessarily have to be paranormal related to actually come on board and send out their own content without any corporate restriction, and maybe be able to make a little extra money on the side.
Yeah.
And guess, am I utilizing the drama in order to promote the fact that we are looking for submissions for people to join the Bald and Bonkers TV network? Yes, I am. I'll say it. Because you people make it so damn easy to jump on the fucking freight train and sell a T-shirt.
I will say this, right, and this is my honest opinion, and this is nothing about MD out there. Why is there so much drama in the paranormal field? You ever found that? It's the
only way to get attention. It's the only way to get attention.
It used to be just the ghost, right? It just used to be ghosts, right? Ghost this, ghost that. But then the UFOs, people started doing it, right? And then the cryptid people started doing it. And it's true what you say, it's to get attention, right? I mean, I just don't understand it. I honestly don't, and I've got no time for drama anymore. Keep drama away from me.
Speaking from a kind of a psychology standpoint, the people who usually take an interest in going into the creative arts, building their own shows, you could probably go into their backstory and find out that they may have not been very popular as a kid, didn't exactly have the best upbringing. So that's what allures them to that kind of lifestyle. And from what I've read up based on Zach Bagans' books and some of the stuff he's talked about over the years, it's a very similar case. I'm not judging. I'm just trying to state facts here. And yes, there's probably people who are a lot more qualified to speak out on this. You speak to anybody when it comes to the supernatural, and UFOs, cryptid, paranormal, you get to see the same thing. That you don't exactly become alert to this type of subject if you ain't a little screwy in the head.
I will say this, right? See the UFO community, especially last year, and I could name names, but I'm not going to because I don't want to start any problems. I seen a lot of online bullying in the UFO community. Just because they're different and just because they're a wee bit more famous, And I was sitting back and I actually read these people's books and stuff like that. I'm like, are you serious? You're taking tit for tat here. Can you not just all work together to see if there's life out there in the solar system instead of doing this pish?
That's exactly what I'm saying. The discovery of life after death, life on other worlds.
I know.
When it comes to cryptids, new animals are being discovered all the time. So the criteria for that is always shifting. That's something people don't seem to realize. But we may be on the very verge of some of the greatest discoveries mankind has ever had. I mean, there's this article right here where Pentagon officials are coming out saying that it is highly possible, quote unquote, that there is a mothership in our solar system, also known as the Excelsior. We already knew about it.
I mean, do you think it's got something to do with that Oumuamua?
Actually, the same Harvard professor is actually involved with the Department of Defense inner UFO program. He's the one coming out saying this.
See, this is what I'm going to say here, right? I think there's loads of different departments today with space program. Right? Let's face it, we've got the ones like the Department of Defence here that say they're just finding these things out, right? They don't know about these things, and it could be a giant spaceship in space, right? But then we've got the departments that run Men in Black, and then they've got the departments that run like all these secret space programs and stuff like that.
You have Majestic 12, you have the Black Fleet, you have Solar Warden. Yeah. These things already exist. Now, granted, the officials within the public eye right now, the official UFO investigation office, granted, they may legitimately be just as confused as we are to the situation. Because there's shit going on both sides that want to try to shut this down and are freaking out because that dam is overflowing and getting ready to burst. Then there's sides like, come everybody, peace and love and light.
I think it's got to be soon. I think there's got to be a big reveal soon.
Oh yeah.
What's happening with Egypt this weather? Because I remember Elena Dennen, she was mentioning something about that.
In some of Elena's earlier videos this year, she mentioned that her transmissions mentioned that, short and simple put, the pyramids of Egypt are about to be opened.
So what have they found? What have they found, like a ship below them or something like that?
No official statements have been found, but there are several people who are slowly trying to work out. Slowly, insiders like JP, who talks with Dr. Michael Salla all the time, they're saying that several ancient artifacts have been found and will slowly start being released to the public very soon.
So it's obviously like maybe computer stuff.
I don't want to make assumptions here. Yeah, I don't want to make assumptions because Egypt, that's big in itself. But
Egypt's a lot older than it really is.
Yeah, that's well known.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people don't realize that Egypt, the times of ancient Egypt, the time of Cleopatra had ancient Egyptian archaeologists. Think about that.
Yeah. See, that's quite interesting. Here's a subject I'm going to bring up, and I've heard a lot about this, right? And I'm trying to actually get a guest on the show to talk about this. What's your words when I say this to you out there? The mud flood.
The mud flood?
The mud flood.
Sounds like a heavy rain in the south.
Seemingly there's this idea, right, maybe 1,000 years ago, there was some event, right, I'm talking maybe worse than Noah's Ark event kind of thing, maybe it was Noah's Ark event kind of thing, where the poles flipped and some civilizations sunk into the sea, others were destroyed by tectonic plates and lava and stuff like that. And a lot of the original buildings were buried below that, what they call the mud flood, right? I mean, I find this subject so interesting because here's actually something that I did not know. You've been to the Great China Wall, haven't you?
Yes.
Right. Now, what was if I tell you that the Chinese didn't build that?
I know.
Because the way it's built, it's as if it's there to keep the Chinese out. Because the defensive platforms are facing into China. Right?
It was the Mongols that built it.
I see. Here's no. What I've heard, right? There was a place called Tartaria. You know what I'm talking about? Look it up. Look it up on your phone now while you scratch your pussy. That's just pussycat, by the way, guys. I couldn't help myself. Look up Tartaria, the now, and see what it says about it. Because that was part of Russia and Europe and Russia to the land borders, China and India.
And it bringing up a video game, Christopher.
No. Just look it up. Wait, I'll look it up.
I'm looking it up right now. Goddamn.
Let's see. Here we go. Just let me hear and download this for a minute. I'm doing things here quick, ladies and gentlemen. Right, here we go.
I can't ever get you to prepare beforehand. My God.
I'll tell you what, I'll do safety photos, right? I'll send this to you, right? I'll send this to you because you get what I mean.
Sweet Jesus.
I'm doing it as quick as I can. I wasn't going to talk about this, right? But I thought, I'd throw this in here with the mud flood and stuff like that, because there's actually, I've got a friend who's on TikTok, his name's Lewis, he talks about this quite a lot. And the one that I'm sending you here, Dakota, the more colourful one, said put that up, that'll be a lot easier. But there's both of them, and it's called Tartaria. And it's that's what used to exist before the British Empire, before anything like that, right? And this is the theory, right? It was a technical advanced empire. And they kept everybody out. They kept absolutely everybody out. And they say this is a location too for a lot of ancient technology for ancient aliens and stuff like that. There was UFOs seen. And then something happened. And everybody disappeared. But there was the mud flood at the same time. Have you ever noticed some buildings just look so weird? And then realised that it's got another 6 or 7 stories below it. And you think to yourself, how old is this place? And it's maybe 1,000 years old. But then it's got maybe like 6 or 7 floors below it. And that's something to do with maybe the soot of the ash that lay down. It basically get buried. So they talk about Atlantis. Atlantis was meant to be in the Atlantic, right? Somewhere in the Atlantic, right? And then this massive event happened that changed the world, totally changed the world. And Britain rose out the sea, America rose out the sea, where other islands and stuff like that disappeared below the oceans. But honestly, see, this Tartaria stuff is so damn interesting. It's just so interesting. There's the Dakota's brought up.
But they also brought up several times with when it came to China while I was over there, was that there were several floods. It's not really disputed that there were massive floods in the ancient past. Because we have several ancient sunken cities to this day.
Well, see, this actually falls in line with strange news that's happening around the world now, right? As this show's called, right? We've got the core of the Earth rotations with what strange faces, We've got the core of the Earth. We've got the core of the Earth slowing down, right? You've seen that in the news. Well, they think it's slowing down, right? Or it might even be stopped. Now, a lot of the top people out there are saying that this is the beginning of a pole flip, north to south, south to north, stuff like that, right? They say that the last time this happened is around about the same time of that Tartaria and Atlantis and all that kind of stuff before it was destroyed. What happens if this happens?
The core of the Earth slowing down, that happens in 17-year cycles, Chris.
No. You don't get me. I'm talking about a pole flip. I'm talking about the pole flip.
Yeah.
Right? But what I'm talking about is north to south and south to north. I'm talking about that type of flip. That doesn't happen every 17 years, or you would notice that.
You would think. But then again, who's to say that it's the core itself, it doesn't speed up to the point.
I'm not saying...
It doesn't speed up to where it catches it. No, this is something I genuinely wondered.
Nice.
So you would think the magnetic core of the Earth, that's what helps charge the fields of the planet that causes the poles, right? If it goes to slow down, maybe it's a situation where it speeds back up and the charge is left just fine after a certain time frame. But who's to say that there's not a point where for some reason it did stop and that's what causes the flips?
That's what I'm saying, right? Obviously, that with the core, I'm not talking about the core, I'm talking about the magnetic reversal kind of type thing, right? Now, do you know who predicted a magnetic reversal a disastrous magnetic, and I'm not going to say Nostradamus, Edgar Cayce. But he predicted that to happen in 2010, but this is obviously 2023, so it's not happened. So, was he right about some stuff? What's your thoughts?
It's hard to say. You also get a lot of people don't actually realize that when it comes to the modern calendar that most of the world uses, several years were lost to where they say the great changes that were supposed to happen in 2012, but that was actually 2020. No, the real 2012 was 2020.
Yeah,
because it lost about 8 years during the conversion.
But maybe the Mayan calendar, people thought that the end of the Mayan calendar thought it was going to cause destruction and mayhem, right? But maybe it was just the end of the Mayan calendar. Maybe it didn't really mean anything.
There were more calendars.
Right, so obviously they made more. So what does the other calendar say? Some of the subject that I actually don't know that much about is the Mayan calendar.
No, it's like, despite what people try to say, there were more Mayan calendars, but it was supposed to represent like physical cycles that the world would undergo. And by the time what they thought would be 2012, that was when the period of great change was supposed to happen. But, like I said, I believe it was the conversion from the Julian to the Gregorian calendar, which we use today.
Yes.
8 years were lost. So that would place the great changes to be about 2020.
So here's the thing.
We could very well be undergoing those changes right now.
But here's an idea. What happens if the great changes weren't disasters? What happens if the great changes were a change in humanity? Because look what we're going through now.
Exactly. And yes, there may be disasters that unfold from the chaos, that just happens.
Yeah.
But still, that's what I'm saying. Is that we could very well be in a transition cycle. I mean, you remember Damocles that came on a while back?
Yes.
Yeah, the one you freaked out because that was the only show you've ever seen me dressed up for?
I know. You should have seen this, ladies and gentlemen. Please check out the YouTube channel to see this. You should have seen him. He came on all smart. He had his wee suit top on, his wee tie. No, in fact, you didn't have a tie. You had a nice shirt on. But you never get dressed up for other guests and that. You get dressed up for that.
I may have to dress up for Elena when we record on Tuesday, but... Yes,
ladies and gentlemen, it's going on Elena's show. I won't be there. I'll be in the dentist getting my new fillings.
Yeah, he's going to get himself nice and drilled.
Well, give that... Oh, I was going to say something there and I thought about it.
Oh, just say it. It's Bald and Bonkers for a reason.
I'm not saying that. I was going to say, well, you have a good time, Dave. Now, I wasn't going to say.
It's bad enough my mom and my sister already say that type of shit to me, man.
I think you two would make a lovely couple.
What?
Yeah.
We're just friends. We have similar interests. That's all.
That's what he really says. He's just friends, everybody. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to need a new co-host. Set his ass on fire.
Oh, God. I mean...
I'm sorry. I have a cat on my lap, ladies and gentlemen.
Is he stroking that? I was going to...
Yeah, I'm stroking my pussy.
I don't know what to say. I'm truly stumbled in that one, Yeah, but as you were saying... I'm
stroking my 8-toed pussy, but no. Elena has been helping me on and off for a little over a year now, and because of some of the more recent revelations, she's been thinking about having me come on her show. I did a video not too long ago where I kind of went into detail about everything I know, but there's only so much I can squeeze into 2 hours. So this Tuesday, Elena and I are going to record through Zoom, so I don't know when it's going to finally be released on her channel. Although I know a lot of you found us through her, so... Yeah! Fucking cat!
Let's see. Yeah,
she just literally jumped off of my leg and just started clawing at me.
See,
and here's the thing, my cat's a polydactyl. She has a few extra knives on her arsenal.
See, there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway.
Yeah, but I do find it strange about the Great China Wall. I kind of jumping back to the Great China Wall again. I can't help it. Egoroth bit in me, you know. But anyway, Andy, it's in the alien community that knows me, and Elaine will know because she'll be watching this. But anyway, it's a wee joke that we've got between us.
Well, we joke no more. Like he just found a beautiful woman, just gave him an excuse to act like a total dick.
What? What do you mean? I think Elaine is a very pretty girl. So there you go.
Yeah, no, you were drooling on her since we first had her on.
Well, she knows she calls me a little Scotty.
Yeah, I'm the one she wants on her show.
I know. That's terrible, Elena. That's new. I remember that.
She probably would have had you on, but you gotta go. You're gonna go get yourself drilled.
Look, I'm going at 2:00 in the afternoon, so please send your prayers in to get one white filling sorted in the front, which will take the full 7 minutes, probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, have you seen that guy's teeth? Ugh.
Whose?
Yours.
I've got all my teeth. Have you got all your teeth? Have you got all your teeth? Have you not been? When's the last time you went to the dentist out of curiosity to tell the listeners?
Like,
come on. I go every 6 months. You tell me.
Like, it was before COVID.
Oh my dear Jesus Christ and all that is holy. Do you know what a dentist would do if he seen you? Money, money, money. Thank you, all those fillings. I hope my dentist doesn't watch this live.
Oh, let's just say the last time I ended up at the dentist, it was kind of awkward considering I knew the blonde, dental assistant. Because I'm so big, she had to physically get up on top of me in order to get into my mouth.
She's so, because you're so, do you know how wrong that just sounded there? You're so big, she had to get up on top of you just to get in your mouth.
No, seriously, she couldn't read. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know, I'm 6'7", so anytime I'm in a situation like that, it gets a little awkward when I'm dealing with a short person.
Do you know, I thought some of the guys for Bald and Bonkers would have joined us tonight because you put the link in the room and they never come in. That's terrible.
Yeah. I know, but a lot of them got personal stuff going on.
I know.
I don't know. A lot of people seem kind of deterred since we started doing the pre-recorded format.
I will say this. Our video, 1984, I got a lot of messages back after that telling me they loved it.
I know. And yet only one of our destinations, one of the places we distribute the show out to, had it taken down.
Yeah.
Only one out of the almost 70 now.
Yeah. But the thing I kind of get is that YouTube taking it down, right? But then they let the voice version up. It's not as if we were jumping about in the background.
It's the voice version that got taken down.
So the video version's okay?
That was the video version that was on different channels is still up.
How is that possible?
Because YouTube is not as good as suppressing information. Actually, you want to hear something I just found out about? Speaking about how fucking terrible YouTube is about censorship, and ladies and gentlemen, if you have small children that you let on your tablet that watch listen to me, you're gonna want to hear this.
I think I know what you've got to talk about when you go.
That watch YouTube Kids. Mm-hmm. There are several child predators who have created fake versions of typical children's cartoons, Peppa Pig, Paw Patrol, and started talking about sex. As in, there's videos of Spider-Man and Elsa doing the deed. There's videos of Peppa Pig injecting bleach into her bloodstream. All under YouTube Kids.
Yeah.
So YouTube, get your fucking ass in gear.
I know. I mean, even TikTok takes them doing quite quick now. You know? Which, that's another strange news.
We want to ban TikTok. That's not really strange. They've been trying to push that for years.
I know.
But here's the thing. When it comes to the TikTok filters, yes, they collect information. They scan your face. How do you think the fucking filters work? If we're going to be banning TikTok, we may as well take down Instagram, take out Facebook, take down YouTube because they started doing it, take out Snapchat, and set up all the fucking apocalypse for all these teenagers who are fucking addicted to these apps to go on a rampage.
Don't you find it strange? I don't know what it is with TikTok, and it's the same with Facebook, and it's the same with YouTube, but TikTok's the worst. Don't you find it? It's like addictive when you start watching it. It's like you want to keep watching it. It's as if there's something, there's something in it that you just want to watch it more.
All of these platforms are specifically built to appeal to the neurological centers of the human brain connected to addiction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If this is a well-known psychological fact, but do you care? No! Yeah, you just look for some place to publicly bitch because it's easier to go online, write a little tweet, than actually get off your lazy motherfucking ass and actually do some work.
See, that's the thing, yeah, and I know this is a paranormal show and stuff like that.
I'm getting fired up. I don't know why.
And conspiracy show and stuff like this, but this kind of leads into it. When was the last time you sent a letter to someone? I mean, using paper and ink.
The only reason I actually, for me personally, towards the beginning of COVID, but that was only because I was in a long distance thing, and she dropped a hint that she wanted physical letters because she felt that they were more meaningful, and she apparently planned on trying to use these letters to collect a court case after her grandma admitted that she was using me to cheat on another man to make me look bad.
But honestly, when is the last time? See that, and there'll be a lot of people in here that watch this, and I know there is some subscribers out there that use the old-fashioned methods and stuff like that. But when was the last time you did something like that? Write a letter, put a stamp on it, and post it? I mean, God forbid that we're talking about before we come on about your internet going in and out. Can you imagine 2 days without internet? Can you imagine how apocalyptic that would be? Internet runs everything now. Banking, money banking, everything.
You know, just last night, my younger sister, by the way, happy birthday, Presley, you pain in the ass. She turns 21 tomorrow. Today,
Happy birthday to you.
Trust me, that fact scares me alone. But no,
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, no, I better write this timestamp down so I can make sure to send her that, because how StreamYard added the little bit where you can download clips. But anyway, she was actually texting me last night because apparently they were saying that the store I work at for my day job was all of a sudden closed. And they don't close until about 11 o'clock at night. Yep. Last time I heard of something like that happening, the internet went out and they couldn't operate the registers.
Yeah. I went to the doctor's one day and I says, can I have an appointment? And they says, we can't get an appointment. I says, why? Is there no doctor's on? They says, no, the computer's not working. We've not got an internet connection. And then I looked at them and I says, but you used to just write it down a bit like a clipboard and write it down a bit of paper. Oh, we don't use paper anymore. That's awful old-fashioned.
You know, and the reason why I'm kind of kept in the loop about the signal outages is because I have an uncle out of Colorado. He is a technician for one of the biggest cell phone companies in the area. So if he's something out, he's going to know about it. Yeah. And plus my mother, who is actually a police dispatcher, and she's kept in the loop whenever there's signal outages like there's going on right now, because whenever that happens and people have to call 911, They have to write everything down, then physically upload the information into their systems later when the signal's back up.
But you think about it, computers run nearly everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, society would break down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you think about it. Like my TV in my house, right? It used to use Sky. It was a Sky dish, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't it a dish anymore? The dish has been taken away. It uses internet.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have no TV. I would have no internet. My cell service wouldn't work because it's internet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, go to the shop. You use your card. You use your card at the shop, right? But you need internet for that to work. So if it's a cashless society, which is an interesting subject we need to talk about, is the cashless society, and the internet goes down, you're basically screwed.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on that? I know this is conspiracy kind of lines we're going here. What's your thoughts on the financial collapse in the United States?
It's inevitable, and it's going to be global.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the theories that's circling around out there, and Elena's one of the ones that's been pushing this, is that the old system has to collapse in order for one to be implemented that would allow us to work within galactic society. So it may be chaotic at first, but one of those things that the worst has to come before it gets better. So it's one of those things where you're not exactly sure who to listen to anymore.
See, that's the thing. There's a lot of people out there worried because it's got to be a digital currency, right? And they're saying that, and I'm going to worry too, and you think about it, if it's a digital currency and they want to lock you down in your home, as soon as you go out with those miles that you're not meant to go, they can basically say to your bank, you cannot get any money, you can't use any money outside that line, basically.
But here's the thing. Banks aren't controlled by government. They're a private industry. The Federal Reserve, a private industry.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of these conspiracies don't pan out.
But have you ever heard of the Great Reset? Own nothing and be happy.
Yeah, Klaus Schmidt.
Klaus Schwab.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about.
I mean,
but again, it's still relying on a federal system. If they go to choke that out, you're pissing off the people that literally run money.
See, that's the thing. That's what thing that I don't get, right? If they did do that, and I'm agreeing with you here, a lot of people that sell petrol or diesel or oil companies that sell iPhones, that sell all these kind of things, they're going to lose out because they're not going to make any more money if they think about it, because it's all got to be digital.
$1 trillion. Now, granted, here's the thing. Yes, they probably won't be making money, but they have enough set aside to where they're not necessarily going to have to worry. And, my package is here.
I wonder what that was there. I seen the arm from beyond.
That must be my mother.
What's that? Have you been ordered? What have you been buying now?
No, I got a free gift card, so this cost me nothing.
Okay.
What was that face for?
It wasn't that big long tube. What is it?
It's a dick pump.
See, ladies and gentlemen, I knew he was having
trouble getting interested.
I knew he was having trouble getting it up, so he needed it.
I'm a grower, not a shower, and it's been cold.
Mm-hmm. What is it? Go and tell everybody. Everybody will be asking in the chat next week.
You want the fucking unboxing? Hold
on. I had to do it for these guys. I had to do it for the chat for next week because they all want to came and sent that tube.
Yeah. Just for you, Chris. I know how much you like that.
I know. There's some people in the chat that love that type of thing too.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, let's show this first.
Oh, good.
For my friends at Legion M.
Alright, is that a poster? Is it a poster of me?
No.
I know you liked me, but you didn't need it.
No, if anybody I personally know is getting a poster hung up in my room, it's the email conversation that confirmed Elena and I knew each other before I came to Earth. Yeah, keep that on the side so I can beat the crap out of the cats when they start their shit. No, it's actually a poster frame. I thought there was a poster with it. I mean, that was my bad.
What's it, eh? Is it like Thor with a big hammer and so on?
It's not a poster. It would actually be of one of my movies. And yes, Dakota's been involved in it in Hollywood, for those of you who don't know. And Bald and Bonkers actually is a shareholder in a movie studio.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we have ties to the CIA, but I didn't know that. I didn't know. And recently, one of our newest films that's going to be coming out soon, titled "You Can Call Me Bill," has been making the headlines. And starring none other than Captain Kirk. And trust me, what he's been saying lately is getting to be kind of depressing.
Everybody loves William Shatner. William Shatner will live forever. He's the greatest captain that ever lived.
No, he's been saying the reason why he did it is he realizes he doesn't have long left. So
William Shatner's a legend. He will never die.
Even legends fade out. That's actually something he's been dealing with personally. Thing is, he's also in his 90s, so it's pretty obvious he's going to go sometime.
Yeah, hopefully he's got to live for a wee bit longer, yeah. So, what is it exactly? What is it?
No, it's a poster. I told you it's a poster frame. You don't listen to me.
It's a poster frame. I didn't listen. Hard to hear. Oh.
Hard of hearing, more like selective hearing. No wonder women get sick of you.
I know. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's a story for another time, as Mike would say. You know? So, what other news have we got, Dakota, before the end of the show? Because we've got about 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, 15 of our usual time frame. But can I ask you something?
Fire away.
Man to man.
Fire away.
Do you got a thing for chicks from Ireland?
Me? Why do you say that?
Did you realize how much over we went last week when we had Jenny and Nando on?
I must admit, Jenny is a very, very, very nice person. I'll admit it now, the Irish accent just go for me. Oh, do you know? Everybody the Irish, you know. Aye.
No, and we're going to do this before we get shut down. He's at the wrong end.
Oh, at the wrong end. Aye. That's what they said when he's bringing out his movie, Alien Probe 2. Aye. Mrs. Doubtfire's the name. Aye. What?
When the hell did this turn into a Robin Williams episode?
Aye, Mrs. Doubtfire. Aye, you children should be going to your beds. No watching strange shows like this late at night. What? I do sound like I don't know.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you. I don't know what I'm going to do with you. I don't know what I'm going to do with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we may be looking for a new Bald and Bonkers co-host. So, yes, you must shave your head.
So, here's a question for you. You're looking forward to your Tuesday interview. Oh,
I'm actually kind of nervous.
The name, and I've been to space, and my spaceship, aye.
Actually, I am kind of nervous about it.
Oh, just think of that 15,000 now subscribers she's got, something like that.
Now, granted, it's going to be a pre-recorded session, so it's just going to be me and Elena, but anybody can look on the... it's only 3 on this show. 4 episodes. Was it 3 or 4 that she's been on with us since we started Bald and Bonkers?
She's been on 2.
No.
And then with the other place, 1.
No, it was more than...
3?
So we had her and Cassius on together, remember?
Yes.
Because we felt bad about Cassius getting caught up in the fucking drama with our previous associates.
Yeah.
At least 3 times now that Elena's been on with us, and every time that's happened, Pandora's box got opened. So, Tuesday will definitely be interesting.
We need to get her back on the show for maybe summertime sometime, you know. And I'll admit it. I do have something for the Irish accent. There is something about the Irish accent.
Well, considering she's French.
But she does come from Ireland, and there's a wee bit of that rubbing off on her. I do the French accent.
She lives in Ireland, but she's from France. Get it right, man. If you're going to be oogling women, you got to get the...
Hi, the name's Mrs. Doubtfire, you know. Do you know, he's asking me to do that voice. I think he's got a thing for older women, especially pensioners.
No.
All the time. All the time.
You shove it up your ass, you motherfucker.
Look, we're not called Bald and Bonkers for nothing. We're bald, we're bonkers. And he has got to be on a Lena Dineen show.
They got you said show.
What? What else would I have said? Elena, if you're watching this, I think you're awesome, and I think you need to come back on the show one time, you know. Because I'm
like Scotty,
I'm the person you can't understand. You know,
Elena's one of several people who's going to have an open door with us, regardless of the circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, kind of bouncing back to what we've been trying to talk about this show before when we went totally out the rails. Have you heard about the fucking bot attacks she's been getting?
No.
Yeah. Somebody has been basically targeting Elena's videos with attacks from bot accounts.
Oh my god. That's for the CIA.
It doesn't take much.
And what are they doing? What are they doing?
It's actually on Elena's Telegram. She showed screen caps of everything to prove what's going on. Basically,
is Elena on Telegram?
She is.
I'll need to join that then. I didn't know she did it though.
So if you follow the company Telegram, I figured you would have known by now, considering how many times I've forwarded messages from Elena.
You got to remember I'm half a Goroth. I don't look at these things.
See, again, ever since Elena brought that up, you've been pushing it now more than ever. My God.
But it's coming true.
Anyway, she has been showing so many screen caps, and you know it's a bot account because it's all the same message.
Oh.
The exact same message. Let's see, one is OG, Octuple OG was right about you. I was like, who the hell is that?
I mean, it's the jealousy out there. Yeah, I mean, it's just the sheer jealousy.
She brought out a message that somebody that she's been helping out basically started saying that they drawn some questions ever since Elena started doing her webinars. Trying to say, Elena goes to say that she wants her information to be free to everybody, but there's these webinars. Yes, Elena does do the webinars because she deals with a lot of attacks from censorship and her videos getting taken down for random reasons. I guess our 1984 episode is a sign that we're entering the cool kids club.
Very true.
So apparently with that crowdcast, she doesn't face the same issue. I thought about using it for stuff involving Bald and Bonkers, but I noticed a lot of technical stuff that just kind of... But she makes sure to always bring out her information to make it as readily available as possible without having to pay an arm and a leg, which has a lot more to say than most of these so-called disclosure people.
Look, she's a normal human being. She's got to pay the bills and stuff like that. She needs to make something, right? I mean? And I totally agree with her. I mean? It takes a lot to do what she's doing. That channel of hers is absolutely amazing. And it's her books, guys. I know we keep mentioning it, but please, please, please buy one of her books. Buy it for a friend that's just awakening up to the kind of alien forces. Buy it for a gift. You never know, they might like it.
I'll say it. Chris would always try to say that I had a crush on Elena because of when we first met and how much I would bring up her books. But here's the thing. There's a lot of information in her books that ties in and plays out word for word because I'll say it before and I'll say it again. Elena's probably the only individual who's come out with future predictions, not necessarily claiming she's psychic because she's even done a video not too long ago saying tarot's a bunch of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But her track record is damn near 100%.
And I will say this to you, I used to watch a lot of UFO alien people on the internet, right? On TV especially. See now, the only person I listen to or watch is Elena when it comes to UFO stuff. Alien stuff, I mean, because you've got to remember, these big names out there, the ancient aliens and that, they're getting paid a fortune to make these shows.
Not as big
they're
as
still
people
making a pretty bit of money, man. They're making a bit of money. It's not just that, because the day they're in, they go to these events and give away their posters and stuff like that. Like, come on.
Yeah, Elena's actually going to be attending one of those events with a few people from Ancient Aliens this weekend. Well,
what one's that?
Not. It's stationed out of Roswell, but she's doing it through a Zoom call, and that's actually tomorrow.
That's good. So when's Bald and Bonkers got to be going to one of these things?
We'll see how the bit with Elena goes. Because damn near every time she comes on with us, we have a boost in our numbers. So let's see what happens when we come on with her.
Yeah. Well, I'll be there. I'll be like...
That's okay. I'm the interesting one.
Yes, but I've got the Scotty accent. You know? I'm a little Scotty.
At least she can understand what I'm saying.
Come on, you got to admit, the last time she was on before the live started, she couldn't stop laughing. She was actually crying.
Know.
She was actually crying. It was that funny.
And I was just like, oh, she has really been... You could tell she was stressed out before coming on.
Yes.
Because how hard she was laughing, she was literally crying. She admitted it on the show. I wish there was somewhere we could have recorded that, because make it like a Bald and Bonkers blooper reel for when we can't.
If you want, I could record some of my voice. I could do a calming tape. I was going to say that people don't use tapes anymore, don't they? Know that's an old person there. No, a tape, ladies and gentlemen, was a plastic cassette and it had stuff in it, right? And
what's a cassette?
I don't know. I've never seen a cassette.
Well, you have to address stuff like that, Chris, with some of these younger people. And I'm talking younger than me, because I actually know what a cassette is.
Yes. You've got an old car there. Your car uses a cassette player, or don't tell me you've upgraded it to a CD player.
No. The previous owner, you remember how I told you that my car doesn't... Would you let me finish my dad story? No, the previous owner actually took out the back seat and installed a subwoofer box because he was using it in sound competitions. My radio is actually Blu-ray.
Wow.
So, it comes in it.
You could upgrade your car to the alien car. You could go to these alien meetups and play the alien tones out there in the spaceships come down.
Well, speaking of which, that is another guest that we definitely should get on one day, Dr. Greer.
So, question for you. What's on the show tomorrow night? Well, next week, tomorrow night.
Well, next time on Bald and Bonkers.
Yes.
We don't really have anything planned. So, do you want to do another Ask Us Anything episode with, like, the little wheel?
Aye. Listen, put some interesting...
Well, it's like we still have some questions left over, so...
Aye.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know anything about Bald and Bonkers, the company, ask us questions. Let us know. We'll try to get to you in the comments, but we'll try to do these question episodes because we know a lot of people don't like the new pre-recorded format, because Jenny was actually complaining about my testimony video the other night.
She was trying to ask you questions and...
No, she just... All they said was, "Hi, Dakota." It's like they were trying to say they were asking questions. I'm just like, there's a lot of information to the story, and I can't really just stop for every other little question because there's so much.
I've got a question for you. It's just popped into my head. I'm just going to answer that. I know we were talking about books before the start of the show, but I'm going to answer this now because in case I forget. Do you have any new books coming out soon at all?
Well, nothing new that's directly under the works, but Chris and I were talking about potentially piss off you. You're potentially doing a bit of a kind of an anthology type story where we talk about our own encounters, and I thought that was probably the best format we can do it because our stories are interconnected, and trust me, if we were to tell you why, it would probably explain why he and I look so much alike.
Yes, I'm the handsome one. Yes, I know.
Apparently, actually, speaking of which, my mom actually got back her DNA results that actually connects like a family tree, and apparently, I have cousins in London.
Really? Oh, Johnny L. boy. Oh, that would be lovely. Maybe you're related to my brother Drew. He stays in London.
Well, you did say a couple episodes back that was it like your sister-in-law married into the Stewart family?
Yes.
And it's like Mary Stewart. It's one of my ancestors. So
yes. So
which actually comes up in Elena's book, and that shocked me to my core.
Yes, the Stewarts are well known in the family tree. You know. You never know these things. You never know. You never know. It's magical moments, you know. So anyway, I'll look forward to tomorrow night. We can spin the wheel of madness, you know.
And we had some questions we didn't get to last time.
Yeah.
We'll try to add some new ones on there. So if you have any questions for us, feel free to let us know.
I was going to say, if anybody's got any complaints or anything, messages they want to send in the show.
Oh, God. That just reminded me of something. Okay. Well, fuck. What was your name? There was a guy who went to message. No, there was a guy that went to message us through the company Facebook page. He said he was going to try to send this through the website, but he didn't see a submit button because my dumbass forgot to change the color of the submit button to didn't match the fucking background. It wasn't a complaint. He just thought he saw a video that thought we would be interested in, and he started going to all this technical stuff, and I'm just like, what the hell? I looked into it. I was like, oh, the submit button was there, ladies and gentlemen. It was just the same color as the background.
So what was he saying? What was he saying?
I don't know. It's like some sort of money resonance thing. He said he saw that, thought about us. I don't know. I honestly forgot about it until you just mentioned sending us complaints.
I know. Honestly, guys, if you want to send some complaints, that'd be awesome because then we could read them out.
Yeah, we can read them out, then completely roast you on the show.
Yeah.
But if you're more interested into some more interesting side of things, like I said, we are looking for new members to join us on Bald and Bonkers TV network.
Mm-hmm. The dollar for the Patreon.
That's the Patreon. This is something else.
Mm-hmm.
You can join us on Patreon to get these recording sessions early, plus backstage access to all the information, and maybe some webinar access. So that's something we're looking into. We unfortunately, due to some changes with our partners' policies, we had to upgrade our TV network, so we now have access to 25 channels. And once things get settled, if you would like a TV channel for your own projects, not just linked up through us.
How much is that if they say they want to come over and bring their YouTube channel over and bring their own TV network up?
Well, hold on. That's actually just what I was about to get into, my friend. Try to go into my salesman voice there.
Indeed.
If you decide to join us through Bald and Bonkers Network, become one of us, there is an option to put in a donation with your submission, but it is not required. You can join us for free, have your content hosted on all of our channels, which means you'll be linked up when it goes to Roku. This is plans for later on. You'll be linked up when it goes to Roku, Amazon, iTunes, things like that. Or, if you would like your own channel, haven't set it up quite yet, but we will be offering leases to where you can run your own channel, do your own thing with it for $15 a month.
That's actually quite good.
Considering the lowest cost for that is usually around $50.
That's really good, and that's through the Bald and Bonkers network. I take it. Is that through Bald and Bonkers Facebook and stuff?
No, that is through our TV network, and yes, you can set up your channel to where it links up with Bald and Bonkers, so your content would be readily accessible through our website, our Facebook page, and everywhere that gets shown. Since we started doing the TV network, we had an additional 90,000 viewers.
Wow.
So, we're offering an option to join us for free. You can link up our stuff and get to join us on some of our bigger projects we have lined up. Maybe earn a little extra money on the side. If I can figure out why the hell Google keeps trying to put a chokehold on us.
Why is that? What's happening to the monetization? That's weird.
I can't figure it out. It keeps saying that I have more than one AdSense account, which I don't. So I'm trying to figure that out. If anyone has any suggestions, message me, please.
Strange.
Because I'm pulling my hair out trying to figure this out.
Aye, where are you pulling the hair out, Faye? Oh God, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I truly have went mad. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you tomorrow night. I hope you all have a fantastic night. May the aliens come and take you all away and do strange things to you, you know.
Careful, that is a promise of some very sexual stuff there, Chris.
There's a lot of people out there into that kind of thing. I mean, we had somebody on our show last week that was so interested in the probing, wasn't it?
Oh God, poor Nando.
Nando
put out that
fascinated with probing.
You wonder what's really bad? Speaking of which, did you see that clip that I posted out to promote the episode that's going to be dropping tomorrow?
No.
It opens up right as you realize your little headline there says wants to probe Nando. You didn't see that?
No.
You want to know what's really bad?
What?
I love how it takes... You see the moment Jenny realizes what's going on because her face drops. Nando is just sitting there like, what?
So, Nando, if you're watching this, it's coming for you. When you least expect it.
We'll raise the money so you get that big barrel. We'll raise up the money to get you that barrel of lube so you and your wife can have a good time.
Oh my God, I can't believe you just went and said that.
I'm sorry. Sarah seems like a very nice gal. I'll say that. You know, I haven't met her personally, but she's got to be one hell of a saint to deal with Nando. So see you next time.